Hi everyone, welcome to my day, and today was car hunting day. As you will have known if you watched my weekend video, we did some car hunting over the weekend, and today was actually a breath of fresh air. It really was a stark contrast to the cars that we looked at over the weekend, especially on Sunday, where we became quite disappointed with the fact that we were looking at cars that looked good in the photos, were described as good, yet were far from good when we actually got to either just looking at them or indeed on the test drives that we did. Now today we actually went back to see a couple of cars that we had looked at the weekend, but the garage that we visited was actually closed on a Sunday. So we'd only seen them from the outside to check like the bodywork and things like that, and the details of the car of course. And one of the two cars was the favourite that we went to see today, and it was a Toyota Aygo. So little car, it's got to be a little car with a little engine, because insurance for new drivers is so expensive, very, very expensive. But anyway, I digress. I will let you know a little bit more about the car. So it's a little Toyota Aygo. It drove really nicely. There were a few little bits that weren't 100% on it, but the difference between where we went to, like the establishment we went to today and the ones we looked at the weekend, was that the gentleman we spoke to, who was the owner, didn't want to let the car go today. The ones we looked at the weekend we could have just paid for and driven away. And what this particular person said really installed a lot of confidence in them as a business, because he didn't want to let the car go. He wanted us, if we wanted to buy it, he wanted us just to leave a very small deposit, like very small, like £50 or £100. And he wanted to do a service, check the brakes, check the tyres, give it a full valet. The problem that we indicated with the car was the clutch was quite high. So he wants to either readjust the clutch, or if it's not adjustable, to fit a brand new clutch as well. And put tax on it, full MOT. It was just really nice condition. 1 year older than the newest one we looked at over the weekend, and a little bit dearer, but I think that's really good. Oh, and it comes with a year's warranty, so if anything goes wrong within the first year, we're okay to go back to him and they will put it right. So really good, and only one owner, apart from main dealer. It was a main dealer supplied, and then it had one owner. So yeah, very, very happy indeed. And it just goes to show that because we bided our time and didn't jump in on the first few cars that we looked at and just make that sort of snap decision, we thought, no, there's plenty of cars out there, let's keep looking, that it really did pay off. And although we haven't got the car yet because it's now being prepared, I am happy that my daughter's at least got a car with a good engine, good brakes, good bodywork, that's safe, and safety is of paramount importance. I'm so worried, even though she's passed her test as a parent, I'm just really worried about her driving, you know, until she becomes a bit more experienced driver. But at least now she can get around to her work and her school under her own steam, so, or petrol, because it doesn't run on steam, this one of course. But anyway, I also want to talk to you about insurance. Now insurance, probably the world over, but I've only got experience of insurance quotes in the UK. For my insurance, it always seemed like they said, yeah, when you get 5 years older and 5 years more experience, your insurance will go down. And then you got to that stage and it was, yeah, your insurance will go down next year. And although it did gradually go down as I built up my no claims bonus, insurance is still very expensive. And for new drivers, it is very expensive indeed. And I mean so, so expensive. The only one we found that brought the cost down was from Direct Line, where they fit this Drive Plus box. I think it's called something like a Telematics box, but it basically measures how the driver is driving, whether they're braking hard, their sort of acceleration and overall speed, and things like that. It measures, and then I assume that because you're getting a reduced premium for having this box fitted, that if you're child who's driving, or the person driving the car, drives outside of those particular settings in the box, it actually will report back to the insurance company. And I also assume that they would then get back in contact with you and say, hey, you know, you've got a warning here because you're not driving safely, you're driving too fast. If you keep repeat offending on this, I would assume that they would put your premium up. But it sounds like a really good idea and should encourage the younger driver to drive more safely. So good technology. I think it's a really worthwhile. And something else with regards to safety in cars that we're definitely going to look at having fitted is a Bluetooth hands-free kit, so that if my daughter gets a call while she's driving, at least she hasn't got to fiddle about with her phone, which is so tempting to everyone who's driving. You've got to be really strict with yourself and concentrate on the road in front and other people around you and other cars, to not be distracted by fiddling with your mobile phone. Apart from it being illegal, very dangerous. So we're definitely going to get some sort of Bluetooth hands-free kit fitted as well. So that's it. That has been my day. I have spent some money, which is a good feeling actually, because it's given my daughter some independence. I'm really proud of her. We shall do exactly the same when my son expresses an interest in driving and passes his test. We will help him in exactly the same way, because we absolutely love our kids. They're very respectful and we don't mind doing that. So it's just something that we like to give them their independence anyway, and it makes a big difference than having them waiting for buses, and especially when it's dark as well. So really good day. Very tiring again, but very fulfilling. So thanks for watching my video. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to sit and watch what is nearly 7 minutes of me rambling on. But I hope you found some of it interesting anyway. Let me know what you thought about the Telematics or Drive Plus box, and if you've got any experience of that and insurance for young drivers, let me know in the comments section below. I'll see you all again tomorrow.